380. Huh. Tag, ready. Let's go.
Stop, here we go, bucket off the pick and roll. Shit, gotta go, we don't move, it's scary. Last time a shed a tear, that when Prince died. Cause if we rockin', then you know we rockin' like a Slipknot. See, this ain't basketball at halftime, we on switch sides. She thinks she love me, but she fell in love with my rich side. I got it for less, flip that, then I got on a check. Dispatch, then we go on a race. Switch it up if that other place. Mix it up, got a lot on my plate. Got the broccoli and cheese with the beef on the side. This ain't no regular steak, no one wrong way. Richer than me, this ain't up for debate. You out of luck. Maybach, laid back, matte black, just to on your truck. Now I'm in the AMG with the all black tint. They don't know it's me, but they got a little hint. How you worry about it when you can't pay rent? I've been there. Lago and Bowie, I went there. Off of MLK, used to live there. Basketball on the tier, used to win there. Up in the cell at 17. Back in jail with no bail at 19. Up the road with the life is at 20. Made my first 100,000 at 23. Now who is he or who is she to speak on my name when you ain't me? Why they talking I'm overseas? Biggie Smalls when I move, it was all a dream. Keep on talking and pump me up. Call me lucky, I guess I got dummy luck. Give it a play, and then it's time. Better believe he gon' it up. Hey, he might snitch on YouTube. Say that you was up and put that on YouTube. Why you always rapping about it that you do? Why you always rapping about it that you do? Hey, if it's up like that, it's up like that. If it's up like that, it's up like that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Cleveland. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Williams. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the gun on third down, Morrison working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Morrison firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Morrison. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. And here's Brad Robbins now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2nd and a couple. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. 2 yards, good enough for 1st. The Browns at 4 and 12 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Now Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Tua on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A quick throw, but incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua going to change the play. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And now an audible here into something else. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. We look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 6. Looking to throw. Morrison. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. To get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 13-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Akers. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And his kick here is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Ready, set.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Off play action, Morrison. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Tua going to throw. And that will be incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
20 TX.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Tua sets up to pass it. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And it'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Open man. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes, right side. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
to something else. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They did not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. We'll find Gabriel Davis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good 1st step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Williams is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop it all the way back at the 4-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Williams again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
All right, come on.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tua is going to change things up.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Looking to pass. Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Ready?
Now Williams running left. Dances by at the 20. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now they'll change things up. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give up the middle to Akers. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, Morrison. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. This is 1st and 10. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Number 13, Christian Kirk. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
21G.
Here's Tua. And one more time, here's Kirk. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Throwing Tua. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now Tua. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Morrison's pass, complete to Jerry Jeudy. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Browns' 32-yard line.
On the ready.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for Denver, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Browns,
this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. And for Charles